Welcome back. I'm excited to have an author here on Bay Sunday who has made me laugh many times on TV. Welcome to The Daily Show, Larry Wilmore, who is also well known as the senior black correspondent and the only black correspondent.
Well, no, we have Wyatt Cenac now, too. So.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, that's right. We're diversifying.
We're building now.
Well, I'm hoping to get another senior Korean correspondent to go along with
We got to get one in the house. I agree.
No, but I think I'm pretty special, so we'll leave it this way.
Oh, okay.
I have to say that your book is so funny. What has the reaction been so far? Because you're basically touching the third rail here. You're doing race relations.
I thought Social Security was the third rail.
Okay, well maybe add the other cliche, touching something with a 10-foot pole. That so.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, actually.
This is Sunday morning show.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, well, I've always kind of done this sort of thing in my career, just talk about race, politics, that kind of thing. So, and being on The Daily Show, it kind of gives me the permission to do this type of thing with the audience that I have. And, I love talking about it. So
okay, I'm going to read something here, and I want to see if this got you in trouble.
Out of context, too. Thank you.
In order to be an effective black leader, you have to have Reverend in your name. Gives you an instant gravitas in the black community and prevents people from attacking you too harshly. After all, an attack on me is an attack on Jesus.
Very well said.
You basically offended every community leader.
I thought you were saying that. Well, I was running for black leader at the time, and I was giving my reasons why I should be a black leader. That's not the only reason, by the way. I'm really good at rhyming, which was another one. And you have to have a job that no one can no one can be able to figure out exactly what you do for a living was another qualification. So that was my black leader speech. And you have to be self-appointed, by the way. So it doesn't matter if people support me because I'll appoint myself anyway.
And then people treat you better, though, because you get to drive a big Cadillac or a town car or whatever it is. And, but with all joking aside, these are stereotypes. Why touch on these issues? Are you finding that it gets more people to talk about it? Are you feeling that it gets more non-African Americans to feel comfortable going in that area? Or? Well,
when you said all joking aside, see, I don't put all joking aside. I'm going to bring joking back in. Okay. I'm a comedian. I'm a comedy writer. So I don't write this for social commentary. I write it to get laughs. So that's the biggest thing that I do. And if social commentary comes through, then that's like a bonus part of it. But I'm not like Shelby Steele, or somebody writing actually about these things from a sociological point of view. I'm doing it from a purely comic point of view.
Okay, well,
in other words, I don't want people to take things too seriously. I say, let's have fun.
But people might be accepting this in a different way now that you have a black president, and we have just
a black president?
Yes, we do. I know you think it was McCain who was the comment you made about President Clinton being more black. But I mean, basically, does that allow for people to feel like it's okay not to laugh out loud instead of like,
It really doesn't matter. I mean, I wrote this before we had a black president, so it just came out kind of when we have a black president, which is nice, But I think people are kind of tired of political correctness anyway, and especially with the economy the way it is. For goodness sakes, if we can't laugh about things, we're in a lot of trouble.
And one of the things that I love is your take on Black History Month, which is February, which is the shortest month of the year. The purpose is making up for centuries of oppression with 28 days of trivia. I'd rather we got casinos, which you're clearly referring to Native American and
they got it.
You are
they got it before we could get in.
But you are touching on some very serious socioeconomic, political issues here. And so does that spur more conversation?
I was just bored with Black History Month. In that piece I said, Black History Month is too long, White people aren't that crazy about black people aren't that crazy about history. It's a lose-lose.
You gotta have a month, and it's right after
Why can't we do it in
a
week? How about a weekend? A weekend would be fantastic. How about Memorial Day weekend? Everybody will be out of town.
Skiing. You can't do that, or spring skiing.
Let's put it in September, like right after summer, because I'll be tired anyway.
Oh, okay. It's all about
and then it's like, all right, fine, Black History Month, whatever. Great.
But honestly, though, when you go to you say you do a lot of speaking engagements, and do you get a different reaction from, for example, college kids versus I want to say more cerebral?
Well, I'm lucky that I only have enough fame where the people that know me like me. So I'm not famous enough where I have detractors yet. After this show, you never know.
Sunday morning, Bay Sunday. Don't underestimate the power of the senior Korean correspondent at CBS 5.
I've heard about her power, actually. But I've always joked that only 3 black people total watch The Daily Show. So I'm okay
No,
there.
I'd have to disagree with that.
No one knows more than 3 black people total that watch the Daily Show.
Oh,
so.
they always say,
It might be 4 now.
My one black friend.
Right, exactly.
Well, okay, now, I mean, some people might write to me and say, you really shouldn't be speaking like that. You're not.
I'm actually going to send you a letter and say that.
That I don't have a right, you
Absolutely.
know? But honestly, you make me so comfortable talking about these issues.
Good, we should be comfortable.
Well, I know it's still a touchy subject, and you know, everyone's laughing until someone says the one thing that, ooh, you crossed the line, you know.
Well, I think when people start talking about other people, they feel nervous. That's why I like to make fun of myself, and I think people have more permission to make fun of themselves, you know.
Now you've worked you were behind the scenes.
Sure.
You worked on Bernie Mac and Living Color, which I'm dating myself. I love those Fly Girls, and also PJs, which was the children's-oriented show, correct?
Well, I wouldn't say it was children.
Family-oriented?
Yeah, it was an animated show, but it was a satire. I mean, we had a crackhead on the show, so.
So I guess it was Simpsons for the African-American family.
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, one of my favorite lines was from the crackhead where he said, "Okay, Super, gotta go. Crack don't smoke itself." And they took off.
Yeah, it was not a children's show.
I wouldn't call it child friendly.
But you also play a diversity consultant on Office, which is on another network.
Yes, I was a writer and producer of The Office for the first 3 seasons, and that was a lot of fun. And that actually got me started performing again. I used to do stand-up way back in the day. That's how we say the 80s, back in the day. Right. And The Office kind of gave me confidence to start performing again, actually, because I started writing and producing so I could learn how to do it for myself instead of relying on someone else to do it, you know, for me.
Well, I do have to say that you do have a new book out. I'd rather we got casinos. I'm being told that we're going to put this on our website.
And other black thoughts.
And other black thoughts.
That's right. There are random black thoughts in here.
The most important black thoughts are on here. Thank you so much for coming with